everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video, we're on our brand new webinar, and today I'm going to be showing you a general overview of this tool. Before we start talking about the dashboard, I'm going to show you all the integrations with Mailing Boss and also Facebook chatbot that we have on this new webinar. Just so you guys keep it clear that once I show you, I don't have to keep explaining it, but we're going to jump straight into it. So once you edit your new webinar, down over here, you're going to have your email sequence tags. So that's going to be your webinar title, so the title of your webinar, the live link of your webinar, and the recorded link of your webinar. These are useful. So once you go create your email sequence tags right over here, for example, I'm going to edit this first one over here and edit message. This, if I select this is going to be what you put over there, this as well, and this as well. Just so you guys keep clear to that. These over here are going to be those tags that show over there. But on the Mailing Boss integration, we're going to go down over here, and yours is not going to be selected, I'm pretty sure. But once you select this Mailing Boss integration, you will need your integration key and also your reference. You'll get that on your Mailing Boss. We're just going to go to Mailing Boss real quick. And over here on menu and integration key is going to be the same page. Over here is going to be your integration key. And to create your reference, you just need to add a rule and select a list that you want it to be connected with. Once you do that, you're going to copy your reference, come over here to webinar and paste it. As you guys can see, new webinar tracking, new webinar tracking. Now my Mailing Boss is integrated with my webinar. Once I do that, I can click on save. My information will be saved. Next thing that we got to do is come over here, click on these little messages over here, and you're going to have to either put your public key and your private key. You will get those on Mailing Boss again, but it's not going to be over here. It's going to be actually on your API keys. You need to get your public key and private key and paste them over here. Once you do that, you can click on Save Keys, and then it's going to ask you the list, the sender email, and the email sequence to send. So you can select your list, your Mailing Boss list, the sender email, which is going to be your email or whichever email you want to put over there, and your email sequence to send. I have only two. I'm just going to select my first one and click on save. Right there, my leads will be notified about my webinar once I do that. I can close this down. We're going to go to over here on this little text chat options, click on it, integration, and this is going to be the chatbot integration key. To get your chatbot integration key, you're going to go to chatbot, go down to integration, and you're going to end up in this page over here. You create a new integration by adding a name, selecting which webinar you want, the old one or the new one. We're going to select the new one, of course, your Facebook page that you want to link it with, and your account. Once you do that, you can click submit. Your will be submitted just like this. You can copy this key over here and paste it right over here, just like I did. After that, you're going to select your username when you answer in Messenger. I just put my name over here, and that will be fine. Last thing that we're going to see is on forms. So we're going to go to forms. Once you click on this pencil over here to edit your forms, we're going to go all the way to actions, and you can collect emails from people that sign up on your form. Once you select this button over here, you will need to put your integration key and also your reference that you will get again from Mailing Boss. We're going to go down over here, integration key, and I already have my reference right over here because I already created it. I'm just going to paste it and save. Once I save it, I integrated everything that I need to integrate with my webinar, and I can start showing you guys the rest of the general overview. So on the dashboard, you have these three little new buttons over here. This one is to create ghost users. So you can create a new group. My one is going to be the English names. I already created this group. I can edit group, and I have all these names over here. You guys will probably have all these names again. If you want to add a name, you can simply add it by doing so, and your name will be added. Once you add all your names that you want, you can close this down. And this is basically it for the ghost user groups. You cannot create ghost users over here. You just create the names. The ghost users are going to be later on. On this blue button over here is where you can manage your email sequences. So you can either create a new one. I have my first one and my second one. To edit sequencing, you can click over here, and you can add a message to your sequence. So for example, the subject of your email, the text, so you can put like email, and then you can put all these tags that are going to be pre-linked and are going to have actual information, not just tags. And when do you want to send this email, this message? So before start or after start, and how many minutes. So if I want 60 minutes, before start, this message will be sent an hour before my webinar starts. And then if I want more and more and more, I can keep doing that again and again. So for example, I already have 1 hour before over here. We're going to close this down, close this again. And the last red button over here is your video manager. If you click on it, you can upload new video for your webinars. So you don't have to keep using videos and videos and videos. You can just come back to this and then you can use it on your webinar. So if I just uploaded a video, I can choose a video name and also upload it from my computer. As you guys can see, I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have a lot of videos to upload, but you guys get the idea. This is how you guys upload your videos into your webinars. To create a new webinar, you can simply click over here. It is going to be a little different from an old webinar. We have the fast one and an advanced one. The fast one is kind of like the old one. If you choose this, you're going to have to choose the server. So for example, USA one, it's going to ask you, are you going to invite participants into your webinar? Yes or no. I'm just going to select yes. And are you going to stream webinar to YouTube, Facebook, or other stream device? If you select no, you're going to open the webinar room. If you select yes, you're going to have to put the server and the key for your either YouTube or Facebook stream. Pretty easy, just like the old one. Cool difference that we have now is the advanced. Once you choose the advanced, you're going to have to give it a name. Once you give it a name, it's going to create right over here, and you can start editing it. First thing you're going to see once you edit are the basic information, so the webinar's name and description, and you can also protect it with a password and select a poster to it. The poster is not really something that will show, it's just a little image that you can put on your webinar. The email sequence tags already went over this. It's just what you're going to put on your email sequence. On the advanced tab, we have the translations and the mailing boss integration. I already went over the mailing boss integration, so I don't have to go over this again. But if you guys want to create a new translation, you can simply select it over here, and you will need to translate every single information of your webinar. On the scheduling tab is where you can start at a certain time or on demand live. If you want to schedule an event, you can click over here. For example, this is going to create. If you click on this, I already took you guys to this page. On this one, you're going to have to put your public key and private key to notify your leads about the webinar. Over here, I just went over the chatbot integration, but we have another options. If you enable chat, you can select the chat height, the maximum amount of messages if you want to save history or pre-moderate comments. On the Ghost users, I showed you the Ghost user groups. If you want to import names from your group, you can do so right here. So for example, I'm just going to import this entire group and all of my names will be over here. So if I select Oliver, Oliver will be selected right here. I can select a time. So 10 seconds in my webinar, Oliver is going to say, I don't know, something like that. He's going to say, hi there, very nice webinar. And I can edit and Oliver will say that. If I want Olivia to say something else, I can click over here. And you guys can keep doing this until you're done selecting ghost users. And ghost users are basically bots that will say something in your webinar, pretending to be someone real saying it. On the integration tab, I already show you what you have to do to integrate chatbot. I don't have to go over this again. And to edit over here, if you click right here, you can select the event date, the time, if you want to repeat webinar, and you have to select the duration of your webinar and also the video source. So for example, YouTube, upload video, or iframe. Pretty straightforward information over here on edit schedule event. Or you can also select on demand live, where you would select the video source and the text chat options. If you enable it, same thing as before, pretty simple, but this will be on demand or live. For example, if you click a button, it will start, or it's just a live webinar. On the forms is where you will create forms for your webinar. So for people to sign up to your webinar, you can edit them once you create one. So the first tab is a translation, where you can translate all the information if you want, and you can also add a GDPR checkbox right over here. I'm not going to do so. I'm going to go straight to design. You can edit the design of your form. So this over here, guys, is going to be your form. This is how it's going to kind of show up. The person that is signing up for the form will have to choose from which webinar they want to sign up to. It is going to show how many seats are available, and they're going to have to put their name and email. You can change all the background color and all the color over here. Once you do that, you can also select the design of the form. So for example, if you want modern, it will show up like this. It's a pretty better looking than the other ones. You can also minimalistic. If you want it just to be a cool, simple thing, or standard, you guys get the idea. You guys can choose like the design over here. On scheduling items is going to be, you're going to add scheduling to this form. So for example, if I edit this, I can edit when this webinar is going to happen and what time, and the max seats and free seats. This will show up for the person signing up, just like it did on the past, just like it did on the design over here. It's going to show up just like this. Seats 30 and max are 50. On the actions, we already went over collecting emails, and the notification sequences are going to be, you can choose the notification sequence that you want to send, either the first one or the second one on my part. And the reason I have Google over here is it was just a test, but this other is once they sign up, where they're going to be taken to. So you can put a link for them to be taken to. If you don't want any, you can just leave it blank. Once they sign up, they won't be taken anywhere. But if you want them to go somewhere after they sign up, you can put a link over here. So this is how you guys edit a form. Last thing we're going to see is statistics. I don't have any statistics right now, but the logistics of it would be showing people that stayed until the end, showing people that stayed from the beginning to the end, showing people that left early, etc. All of these informations, how many people saw your webinar and stuff. So these are going to be all the settings for your webinar. Once you complete all of them, you can click on save and your webinar will be saved. You can close down this window and you can click on this button to either get your direct link or your embed code to insert into your website or send the direct link to your customers so they can watch your webinar. And you can also, this over here is going to be that chat moderation tool. I don't have any live webinars right now, but this, once it's happening, you can moderate your chat through over here. So this is pretty much it for the new webinar. This is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.